Hey, it's Dennis here with Flash Movers, and I just wanted to give you a few helpful tips on how you can make moving day a little more cost efficient here. And it's always one of those things where you don't know what the price is going to be, and I just want to give you a few tips on how you can really cut costs down by a good 30 to 40%. Tip number one, pack properly. So many times we'll come out to a move and the house is just not packed. The kitchen's still undone. There's a lot of vases out there. This really takes up a lot of time when it comes to how we pack the truck in, how we can load everything, and hour by hour this really adds up, and this is something that can be avoided on your own and can really trim off a good hour or so here. Tip number two, try moving towards the middle of the month here. Most people try to close out the rent or start afresh here, and that usually books up the movers. So the middle of the month here is usually a little more free, and movers are more willing to work with your price, and the demand just isn't that high. So that can actually be a really big factor. Try moving towards more of between the 13th and the 22nd of the month. That's usually the good shot there. Tip number three, try moving during the week. First of all, the demand is always higher on the weekends. That's when everybody moves. So if you're trying to make it efficient, try to stay during the week. And most movers also have weekend pricing. This is usually upwards of an extra 15% or so. So you can really get the cheaper rate here, and their demand is just not that high during the week. So try keeping it between maybe a Monday or a Thursday. Tip number four, try to avoid traffic hour. Now this is a critical mistake everybody makes, or most everybody makes here, is they'll schedule a full day's move and they won't account for where the traffic is in that area, and you're talking about an extra hour to two of just the mover sitting in traffic, and the clock is ticking the whole time here. So really try to plan the route or just the hours around traffic hour. Keep that in mind. Tip number five, try booking in advance here. Now we've gotten many calls here where someone's trying to book a week or two out in advance, and you got to realize most moving companies are booked out for the next 2 months. Now that doesn't mean every single day is booked, but that does mean that you're less likely to get your day, and your options really run out here. So try taking some time in advance. Now if you can, please do that. Tip number six, trim the fat. Now what I mean by this is many people will move and they'll store everything they've ever had, and many times they'll move things that they're going to end up throwing away anyway. So try making that extra dump rent or having that garage sale to really get rid of these things, because this can take up a whole nother hour or so, and can also take another load depending on whether that can fit in the truck and so on. Tip number seven, a good system with marking your boxes, whether that's color coding. Instead of having to stand there and direct the movers on where they're going, you can really save time by putting a marker on the room, maybe the green for the kitchen, red for the bedrooms, and so on. And the movers will be able to look at the box, look at the item, and run in themselves, which saves you a lot of stress and makes things a lot more efficient if they could just go with that. So let's create a good system here. Tip number eight, my final tip here, try avoiding packing during moving day. This is already very stressful and can really get hectic in the house. You can end up having the movers running around you while you're packing. You can disorganize a few things here, so this can really throw you off. Try having everything prepped. This will make moving day a lot easier if you make sure that's taken care of in advance. Thank you, and that's all I have for now.